Group 1, a simple class with a not so simple story. Lockdown, stress and friendships. This documentary will show why our class has the chemistry that others don't. First question, Harry. Do you enjoy college?
Yeah, I really enjoy college.
Yeah, I found it really entertaining and I quite enjoy it and the work's quite good too.
Yeah, it's alright. Better than school.
Does the class that you're with make you enjoy college more?
Definitely, yeah. I feel like most mornings I normally struggle getting out of bed, whereas when I have college, obviously I want to see everyone, so it actually gets me motivated in the morning, you know.
100%.
I'd say so, yeah, it does.
What is an enjoyable memory of the class?
The awards evening last year was a very, very strong point in our class because it brought everyone together and we were celebrating what was good in our class.
Just like the breaks. I just like how everyone kind of stays together and plays games and stuff. Just every day. Every day's a fun day.
I think some of the best memories have been like going out, as a class to go maybe film some stuff or stuff going wrong with the studio and us figuring out how to solve it is quite a laugh.
We asked the students in our class how they coped and felt during lockdown. We also wanted to know how they connected with our class and why they felt ours was different. This was also a chance to see how the class helped with their mental health. How was your mental health during the lockdown?
I'm quite like an introverted person, so it didn't affect me as much as like it might have affected others. I really, really miss my friends and like hanging out. I'd say it affected me, but not too badly.
And not really being able to see anyone was kind of like hard because
Yeah.
I feel like I rely on having to see other people to like feel like happy, if you know what I mean.
I think it was definitely better at the start, but that's mainly because I didn't really like where I was beforehand, which was in secondary school, and lockdown just made it finish early, which made me a lot happier. So I think it was okay, if I'm honest.
It didn't really change at all. It was more so coming out of lockdown. It was like the changing routine, going from like not doing anything, going back to college and work was quite difficult. Because I have anxiety, it's like so much change happening all like suddenly. And it's like the wearing of masks and like the risk of getting COVID was quite scary as well.
Harry Clemis is a student who suffered uniquely during lockdown. Harry suffered from a disorder known as dissociation, which meant he felt isolated and alienated in everyday life. So what was your mental health like during the lockdown?
In lockdown, my mental health was pretty poor because obviously we didn't know what was going on with exams and stuff because it all ended and we never knew sort of what was going to happen. So we couldn't do our tests. So all we were waiting on was this slip of paper, which we just, again, didn't know when we were going to get. So I started seeing a therapist because I had symptoms of what I found out was derealisation disorder and depression because so much stuff just happened all in this period of time that just really affected me. Just felt like very isolated, things felt very not as they were. It's almost like kind of being in a dream where nothing has like those real life consequences that you think of. So it's like, well, if I get this, I'll get this project done and then what? Go to university and, it just didn't feel like as substantial as it should feel.
And moving into the kind of 2021 lockdown, after Christmas, how did that affect you?
That was definitely the lowest I probably was because it was just getting started with college and even it wasn't as satisfying as it could have been because of the masks of all COVID. I just didn't, had that huge break as well. It's almost like having a second summer holiday and I just wanted to be back doing work. It just wasn't satisfying at all anyway. My class probably was the biggest help in the world because I could be around people creatively, so to make your projects as well as just having a support group to go to every day. It's almost like having your own support group to go to whenever you need, and just having a set people who are really fun and lovely to be around has completely helped. I'd say do something, do a project, do a thing you want to do, like go for it instead of just thinking about those different things. Just devote yourself to we're doing projects obviously like to making a film or writing something or like doing a drawing, whatever, like really get into something because it makes you, not distracts you, but it gets you, you can put yourself out there creatively, like all those bad thoughts you have, you can almost put onto like a canvas or put into a film or put onto a piece of writing.
My class is very unique. We're basically just a massive group of friends. Having the ability to just message people in my class, not knowing that I wouldn't be judged for anything that I was feeling at the time was great, and knowing that once I go back to college, I could just click straight back in, and I wouldn't have to worry about like trying to mix in and become friends with everyone again. It was wonderful. I didn't really worry about coming back to college because of the class being such a good group of people.
Oh, I feel like we've become like so much closer over like the year, and it's nice because I've never really had like a class where like everyone actually gets along.
Yeah.
So I feel quite happy with it.
I feel like because our class is so close, I found it easier going back. If our class wasn't so close, I think I'd be nervous because it's such a long wait, and I feel like you don't really know the class anymore because we're all so close. I feel like I was looking forward to coming back instead of like being really nervous.
I can't think of a class I've ever had where we've had this close of a bond throughout everyone. Everyone's friends. We've all gone to the pub together, and we'd all go to the pub together again. It's like that kind of thing. We would easily hang out with people in our class.
You know, what advice would you give someone who is kind of worried about coming into college or anything about lockdown?
I think just go for it and try and meet as many people as you can and make sure you just stay in contact with them.
Just pull through, you know, like you always have people there for you, like even teachers and stuff to talk to and all that jazz.
Just like talk to each other, like get to know each other, do stuff with each other, not kind of ignore each other into your own against small separate groups. Just be one big collaborative group.
If you're ever anxious about something, it's generally over. Like you're thinking about it for so long, and it's over so quickly that once it's done, you're not even worried about it. So just try to be in the moment and think it's going to be done soon, and don't be so like stuck in the moment.
Try and just be more friendly to one another and do stuff friends would do, and you'll create connections.
So, what did we find out? Some people found lockdown easy, and some found it hard. But the one thing that everyone had in common was the class and the relationships formed within. Looking back at some of these students, some may have struggled without these friendships, and this is why our class is special. In the future, we believe that other classes and teachers should connect better and form more relationships in order to help mental health, as well as make the working environment better.